Minecraft. Sensational! What would be sensational is if Brian manages to enter a new room without dying. That's going to happen today in episode 25 of Brian taking on Guude's 404 map. The trade-off in terms of me taking a more careful strategy that doesn't involve me dying 10 times when I go into a new room is that things are a little slow. And so this episode is a little bit slower, and so it might not be for everyone. There won't be as much action and excitement, but I want to see you just give you a chance to see what it's like for me to take a more careful strategy and, yeah, light up a room that doesn't involve me dying. So let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. It is morning time for Brian. Have some free time before work because I got up a little early this morning. And so what I want to do in today's episode is go down this hole. And so I've done a bit of work off camera. I have dug down a number of places. You'll recall that there's like a big room down here. I'll just go down here and show you. And so I've dug down a bunch of places kind of around the outside of the room and just dumped some lava in. The idea being I want to have the room somewhat well lit up, and the lava is always dangerous, so from over here you can kind of see some of it. So I dumped some lava over there, and I dumped some lava down there, etc., etc. Dump some lava over here, and so as a result we have a bit of light in the room, which will help prevent monsters from spawning. Although there's still obviously some monsters. There's a spider right here who's already getting me. Alright, great. And yeah, I don't know exactly what to expect. But at this point I have a good bit of it lit up, and so I'm going to try to get in here with some torches. And I've got a bucket of water, and I have a new full suit of iron armor. And so, oops, wow, there's more monsters here than I thought there would be just to start. And so I wonder, I did also bring another lava bucket, and so with monsters right below me, I also think the correct strategy is just to go ahead and do that to start. And unfortunately, that's going to make the way down right in front of me a little bit of a pain in the neck in order to try to conquer with all of the lava. I'm just going to be dumping right on the monsters who are right here. And I hear it going, you know, making its little hiss and sizzle. There we go. Eventually, it should catch up to the enemies who are down there. All right, I'm going to pick that back up. And now I just have to be especially careful. I hear slimes, so we're definitely going to be getting down near the bottom, which is another thing to worry about. Alright, spiders catching fire in the lava I just dropped. Ooh, there's a creeper and a skeleton over here. I'm going to drop a little bit more lava just to go ahead and get things started, since I see a couple more enemies who are right down here. And then, yeah, the idea is basically to try to walk around, avoid the lava, but put down some torches. And then once I have enough torchlight, maybe I'll be able to, you know, return and, you know, be able to scoop back up the lava in all the places I dropped it down and be okay to kind of continue in the room. Okay, so that is kind of the basic plan. It does look reasonably well lit, and there aren't too many bad guys, so that's pretty happy. There's a creeper bouncing around over here, but he'll have to get through lava to get me if I continue over this way. And yeah, there's also some glowstone on the side of the wall that's offering a fair bit of lava light as well, and so that's happy. And yeah, as usual, I don't know what to expect from a new room like this. Gonna try to remember to use the bow and arrow when appropriate. Oops. Hey, you. Actually, I can easily finish you off just with the sword from where you're attacking from here. If you could even jump up, but you can't, because you're not good at jumping. Alright, Brian's not all that good at jumping either. But you're even less good at jumping. Haha. Okay. Yes, and this is, I think this is going to be like episode 25 of this or something. I really did not expect this. Oop, crap, crap. Oh, that's that creeper that I was just saying. If he tries to walk over here, he's going to get dropped in lava. And he did. And that guy's going to get in lava too. Alright, so this is a nice way to kind of walk around. Hey, free arrow. And yeah, light things up without too much hassle, so long as I don't fall in lava, and if I do, I have a water bucket. And so hopefully this is better strategy than the strategy I've used to walk into a number of the other rooms fresh, which is just to go in kind of on suicide runs and drop a bunch of torches and end up getting killed by all the mobs. So I'm hoping that I'm getting smarter in terms of tactics as better ways to approach these rooms. And yeah, I was saying this is like episode 25. I really did not expect the map to be this large. And that one piece of glass, I'm imagining an Enderman picked it up from somewhere up here and dropped it down there somehow. I did not expect the map to be this large. I was thinking I would get a little bit of content, 15 or 20 videos. Oops. Hello, slime. Goodbye, slime. That I could use at the beginning of November, basically right before Minecraft came out with the full release. And as we get down here, it's definitely getting darker. And so I need to be wary of the fact that I'm down near the kind of void layer. And it's going to be hard to see. And instead, I'm already got 25 episodes, and we still have 5 more wool to get. And as a result, by now, I'm sure I've been uploading at kind of just, crazy speed, uploading to YouTube more than once a day, different episodes, so I can get my content out, just because I imagine that when the full version of Minecraft comes out, I'm going to start playing that, and yeah, the Guude 404 map will be less interesting to me at the time, and so I would like to have it done, or mostly done, this map, so that when Minecraft comes out, the full version, on, November 19th, or whatever it's supposed to be, that I can play that and upload videos of that. I actually expect, I could be wrong, not trying to be too pessimistic, but I expect that when the full version of Minecraft comes out, it's going to be full of bugs, and so it'll actually be a few days after the update that Brian will actually update and wait for another bug fix release. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be good right at the time that it initially releases. Okay, and so as I get over to here, alright, there's a creeper over here. I want to make sure I'm not going to be backing into any lava. Hey, creeper. It's definitely the case that it's darker over here, both from the point of view of less lava light or torchlight, as well as from the point of view of I'm down near the void, and so it's harder to see in general, even if there is light. And so I just wanted to back off for a minute. Okay, so I got torches kind of around that side. I still need torches more up this side. And there actually might be a number of enemies over there. Is there an easy way to get over to that side? I could just make a bridge. I have tons of sandstone blocks. Although if I make a bridge, I could fall. Let's do this instead. I should also start patching up the floor in general. Let's see if I can just put a little kind of partition over here. Oops. Make sure that when I build this, I don't have the lava getting redirected. Looks like there might be a brick here. No. I'm afraid if I put it... Oops. Alright, let's just do this. I'm going to go up one higher to be safer, and then I'm going to look around and make sure I don't see any skeletons who are about to fire. Ooh, I think I see diamond over there. I see zombies over there, but right now that's all I see. And I have my... what do you call on my hotbar? My water bucket. So if anything goes horribly wrong, I will hopefully be ready. But I don't see or hear any bad guys. Okay, there is a skeleton. But I am going to jump up here. There we go. Perfect. Couldn't have asked for that to go better. Let those guys duke it out. The zombie usually wins against the skeleton. I guess because once he gets close enough, his melee attack, he can just repeat over and over and over again, and meanwhile the skeleton takes a few seconds to refire each time. Okay, so there's a diamond over here, and so that is happy. I will put a torch right there, so I can't fail to see it. And I still need to get lights kind of higher up in this corner, because there's still more places that monsters could spawn up there. On some of these little ledges. Another slime dying in the lava. Alright, we're doing pretty well over here. I'm going to run out of torches soon. And so, after I finish up this batch of torches, I'm going to go back to the base. I'm going to get some more torchlight to bring around. And we will continue trying to light some of this up. And possibly I will go ahead and take out some of the lava buckets and then basically try to return and do the same kind of thing and fill in more torches kind of just where the lava is that got picked up. Okay, we're back. This lava is drying up that I used temporarily to fight some enemies. This lava is starting to dry up, and that lava is starting to dry up because I went and collected their source bricks. And so as that happens, I should go ahead and fill in some more torchlight. And I see a number of creepers and slimes, but nothing too bad. The slimes definitely, the main threat to me is the fact that they might accidentally push me into the lava. And so instead, I will, on purpose, push them into the lava. But apart from that, this room, by virtue of being as well lit as it is, thanks to my strategy, doesn't have that many bad guys, and so I'm not too worried. Alright, getting into a little bit more trouble over here. There's a creeper over here. This lava's drying up. I lit up over here and over here. But now as I get over into this corner, I'm closer to where a bunch of enemies have spawned. Oop, crap, 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 crap. And I did not see... Oh, crap, crap. And I'm pretty close to lava, so I need to be careful. Where is he? There he is. Boom. Got him. Alright, and this zombie is going to walk into lava. Alright, and so I need to make sure that I'm kind of careful with the high ground over here as I come over this way. Yeah, there's still a lot of darkness over here, and so I just need to be careful. And I should actually go ahead and just kind of like pillar up or make a staircase up so I can get the high ground as I'm traveling kind of over into here and just make sure that there isn't any scary stuff that I haven't gotten a good handle on. Okay, this is more reasonable. Definitely still more darkness around the corner. And I hear somebody walking on wool or snow, which is odd because I don't see wool or snow right now. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. And then, yeah, I need to light up some more down in this direction. I'm a little scared as I get both closer to the lava and down closer to the bottom. Alright, that spider's on fire. Great. Hey, it's a free arrow. And... Alright, but this still is not going too bad. It's definitely been slow. I know it is. I'm going to have to do heavy editing on this in terms of YouTube watching. But at the same time, Brian is thrilled to death that I seem to have found like a new strategy for my bag of tricks in terms of lighting up a new room. Because this has been going swimmingly in terms of the fact that I haven't died, and indeed my armor is even like still in very good shape because I've hardly taken any hits. And so this was kind of a tunneling plus lava plus slow and steady kind of approach that is definitely working in this room. And that is a nice change of pace from the previous two big rooms, the Lapis Floor room and the NPC village, which I just kind of rushed into, and it was very exciting, but at the same time I died like, I don't know, a gazillion times in those two rooms. And there's an Enderman right here, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and look at him to get him to come over and pay me a visit. Assuming he doesn't get stuck. There he is. Alright. He got more of a hit on me than I thought he would be able to, but that's okay. I was far enough away from the lava that we're still alive. Alright. I'm going to let a little bit more of this dry up and then add a few more torches down here. I will see you guys in a short bit. Okay, so all in all, pretty successful. I now have all of that lit up. I still have some lava around the back corner, and down at this kind of ghost mouth, or whatever this is, there's still a bunch of monsters in there, and seems to be another room behind there. And so it looks like we're going to have to head over there, but in any case, this was a success. So dropping lava in, picking the lava back up, and filling things in with torches is definitely a good strategy for a big room like this. I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, since we've lit up most of this room, basically the last place to go is through this kind of mouth ghost thing over here, and rather than going through the mouth, I'm going to tunnel around, since the tunneling strategy has been working for me so far. So I've got a nice little guardrail over here, but basically I'm going to try to tunnel in over the side next to this thing and then come into that room, whatever might be over there. So I will do some tunneling and see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I didn't have to tunnel very far, and I've already been shot by a skeleton, who is right there. And so apparently there's enemies up on this level. And so I guess the best thing to do in order to try to get that skeleton without him getting me is to go like this and hope that he's right there. Oh, I think there's wool there. I told you earlier before, I think, that that I heard guys walking on wool, and that appears to be it. There is something made of wool over here, and it is something big, and I don't have a sense of the structure, and there seems to be... Oh, there's an Enderman. Hello. And there's a creeper down there. Hello. I don't have a sense of what the structure is like around here. And so I'm going to carefully carve out a tiny bit more. This Enderman, I am just going to have to deal with him. Alright, there's lots of enemies walking back and forth down here. And I still can't see what this wool is. I have to deal with all these bad guys. So let's go ahead and step down one little thing to where I can go, hello. Die, die. Would you please die? Let me put another torch out here. You can die, you can die, you can die, you can die. Oh, crap, crap, crap! A bunch of guys will die. Okay. So this was kind of the ceiling of something, and there is a big floor and stuff down there, and so that explosion at least kind of helped hasten things up over here. And so I'm going to go a little ways down here just to kind of get a better sense of what this room looks like. So you walk into a floor over here, but then we've got this crazy ceiling up here that's made of wool, and a top-down approach is usually the safest. Oops. Didn't mean to put that there. Oh, crap, crap, crap. Don't know where he is yet. Presumably he's walking around just below somewhere. I did not see where Mr. Skelly was. But I have tons of iron armor, and I'm healing. Still don't see him. Can he get me from here? Alright, doesn't seem like it. And basically, I'm going to try to get up on top of whatever the wool is over here. This woolen structure. And see... So, of course, it's got little holes in it, which are probably, once again, Endermen. And, yeah, I don't know what we're looking at here. It's hard to tell. I'm going to try to plug up anywhere where there's holes so I don't accidentally fall in. This is... And it looks like there's a doorway maybe down there at the end of it. And it seems surprisingly quiet up here. Can enemies not spawn on wool? I'm guessing enemies can't spawn on wool, just because I would have expected to find more enemies kind of up here at the top. There are so many holes. Well, Endermen must have been up here to make all these holes. So, I'm guessing enemies do spawn up here, but maybe... Yeah, I don't know why we're not seeing any enemies up here. Oh, crap, 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 crap! Up here right now. Well, guess what? We are. Where did he just come from? Yuck. I felt like he came out of nowhere. It could be that he was walking towards me and you guys were shouting at me and I just didn't notice, because sometimes that happens. And maybe there actually are supposed to be holes in this structure or something? I don't know. There's so many holes up here. Okay. Let's try not to fall. Let's try to get this all lit up. Let's try to plug up any holes. Oops. Okay. There's a creeper. Fortunately, I accidentally put a block right there, and that is helping me out a ton. Yeah, and so I think the top of this is going to be reasonably safe, assuming I manage not to fall. And, you know, for whatever other, 2 or 3 enemies I might happen to encounter. But then once I have the top lit, then it looks like I'll have to go down inside the structure. And of course, that's always going to be fraught with more perils. Okay, I have light across most of the top, and so now I think it's time to go down to the side area where there seem to have been a bunch of enemies, and just deal with whatever is over here. And so the first thing I would like to do is to get back into here, just to know that I can get here and feel safe. And then ideally, I would like to, I think, dig a little tunnel kind of down alongside, so that I know I have an escape route that'll be easy to get through. And then kind of peek my head out over here. And so, what is going on over here? Possibly this is down at the level that I've seen all the bad guys. I just want to open up the floor, see if there's anyone right around the corner. Hello, bad guys. Oh, they're up on another higher level. Okay, I'm going to plug that back up like that. Go up about 2 more bricks. Let's make it 3 more bricks. Why not? And then start checking things out over here. So for example, right here, I can see Enderman purple particles. And I can hit the Enderman. Hooray! Quit stealing all these blocks, Mr. Enderman. And there's still lots of guys walking around on wool over here. Ooh. Oh, crap, crap, crap. Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, they are a level down. Oh, alright, well it's good that I am up here 2 levels where they can't jump up and get me. Who else is down there? There's a zombie. Oh, yep. And somewhere there's a skeleton. Don't know where. But it seems like perhaps I will find him shortly. Maybe he's over here. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe not. There he is. Okay. Great. And I'm actually at the point where I finally need to eat. And I'm also starting to run low on torches. I have a few more torches, and so I'll make a little bit more progress and see if I can light up the rest of the length of this, but then I'm going to have to go home and restock. And my diamond pick is actually taking quite a beating over here, too. Oops. More Endermen, presumably. Anybody? Bueller? Okay, it looks like this is possibly all cleared out at this point. I am going to walk down here, hope that I don't fall in any holes, but I am going to call this lit. Okay, so we managed to light the side of this thing. We have a sense that there's just a big flat open room down there. The top is also lit. It's possible that the other side still needs some lighting, but in general, it seems like this is not going to be too huge of a threat, and so possibly I could just walk through the front door now, and there won't be, enemies spawning or hiding anywhere. Well, unless they're spawners. There's probably spawners somewhere, huh? Yep, I don't know what to expect. Oh, and I keep saying I need to eat some food, and I haven't eaten the food. Alright, I'm going to go back to the base and gather some more torches, and perhaps we'll just try walking in the front door next and see what happens.